Hi everyone, it's Morgyn from For the Love of Paper, and I am here sharing a layout process video with you. This is also part of the Aussie YouTube hop, where there is a group of us Australian crafty YouTubers who are all collaborating to do a hop for you all. Our theme this time was either spring or Halloween, or however way you wanted to interpret that. You could do either or both. I chose to go with spring because I had these beautiful photos sent to me from my mum from her garden. There was some flowers, there's some wisteria and a freesia, which are some of my favorite flowers, and I just decided that those would be perfect for a springtime layout. I will go through the details of the hop a little bit later as well and leave links below as to what you have to do if you'd like to enter the draw. So I got out my Big Shot and some circle dies, and I cut my photos into circles. I very rarely cut my photos into shapes other than a square or a rectangle. So this was quite a bold move for me. I don't ever really cut my photos up into shapes. So this was kind of fun. And then I was using a bunch of paper from Cocoa Vanilla Studios, and I cut out a few bigger circles from some of that pattern paper, and then I wanted to add a few different textures to my layout, so I got some tissue paper. This pink one was from I think some scrapbooking thing that I ordered was wrapped up in this, and the other one off to the side that I use as well, it's got these orange and so not really orange, they're more peachy coloured splatters and lines all over them, and that was from some skincare that my sister bought me for my birthday a year or two ago, and that was all wrapped up in there. So I used those, scrunch it all up to give it a bit of texture, a bit of volume, and use that as part of my layers. So I will quickly walk you through how this hop works. I think there is 8 of us in the hop, however many. So you've got to watch my video and leave a comment on this one, and then I will leave a link to the next video that you need to go to in the description box below. So you hop to that video, do the same, like the video and leave a comment, and then hop to the next one. And once you get all the way back around to me again, that's pretty much it, done. You have entered. So you've got to leave a comment on every video in the hop. That is how you get in the draw to win the prize. We have the I will put a picture at the end of this video of what the prize is. It is from Auntie Vera's scrap and craft shop, something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I've completely forgotten. But she's put together a wonderful little prize pack for you that we would love to give to one of our lucky viewers. And that competition closes next Friday, so Friday the 20th at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I will announce the winner on my channel shortly after that. But I'll leave all the instructions below and everything. So yeah, while I was talking about that, I was busy cutting out a few more different shapes, different circles. And then I had this doily that I wanted to use, but it was a bit too big, so I just trimmed off like the outer circle of it. Actually, I think I went around twice and trimmed off a little bit of it, so you could still see it poking through underneath. And I also inked up the edges of some of the pieces of paper, not all of them, just a couple of them, with some grey distress ink, because that's what I happen to have. And then I use these metallic paints again, and I absolutely love these paints. They are so fabulous. They just give such a cool glimmery shine to the page once they're dry. They're just really, really fun. I mean, they weren't expensive at all. I got them at Spotlight. I can't remember the name of the brand. I think it's the Semco brand. Yeah, I think that's what it is. yeah, so they weren't terribly expensive, and they're just really fun. The colors are quite muted, so they're not super bright, but the effect at the end is really cool, and that's what I like about them. So I sort of did a gradient of like a darker pinky orange, and then I did a lighter color, a lighter similar shade, and then I did a lighter shade again. So it's kind of orange, pink, and yellow were the three colors that I went with across the middle of my page. And I'd forgotten to put gesso down, so my paper did warp a little bit, but that's okay, you get that. And then I was making sure all my photos fitted on the page while I was going to cut out a few more shapes. So I ended up with 4 layers on each of my photo circles, and then the middle one I just did 2 layers of paper. That's the one I'm cutting out there. So it's just those 2, and I put that on some foam dots to give it a bit of dimension. And all the papers and embellishments except for my title are all from the Cocoa Vanilla kit. So it's such a beautiful kit, and this is the only layout I have done using that kit. I can't believe it. It's beautiful papers, and I'm pretty sure this is the only thing I've created with it because I've been hoarding it for so long. So yeah, I just added a sticker on there. It says enjoy the little things, and then a little teeny tiny gold heart. Actually, that wasn't from Cocoa Vanilla. That was from, this is all from my Kitaholics kit. I'm not sure what month it was, maybe April, May, possibly. So a couple of the embellishments are from there. And I added a couple of splatters of some Heidi Shine in pink and gold in the corners there, and then it was time to start sticking everything down. This layout did take me a little while. I think it took me just over an hour to complete, mainly because getting my big shot out and cutting circles and all that sort of stuff did take a while, and I think I fiddled around with it quite a bit as well. So it was one of my longer layouts, but it's still, like, it doesn't seem like there's that much on the page for it to have taken that long, but you know, that's how these things go sometimes. And I did use my heat tool quite a lot to try and get that paint dry. I think I'd used a little bit too much water, but never mind. So sticking down a little circle there, and then I was finding some other embellishments in the ephemera pack, and I got this butterfly piece, and I put it up on some foam dots so that it would be level with the photo, because I put the 4 layers in there with foam dots as well. The butterfly was just, I didn't want it underneath, I want it on top, so I had to do that. And I think I made an embellishment cluster on each of the photo pieces, but not the middle one. And I did use quite a few little bits from my from the ephemera pack there. I used some leaves, label. What else did I put in there? Oh, that's a little tiny word. I can't remember what it says. And then I do add a couple of little gems around the place as well. So that's just some leaves, and I did tuck that right under the bottom layer, under the lace doily. I did put there, and this, do I leave? I don't think this piece actually stays there. No, I'm pretty sure I end up putting that word strip up in the top, and then my paper got stuck. So just using a little bit of scrap here, this would have been something that should have gone in the bin and I would have thrown out, but decided to ink the edges of that and just put this little strip up in the top corner so I could add that word sticker to it, just to give it a bit of a foundation, so it didn't look like it was floating around in the middle of nowhere. And then to go with the butterfly to sort of bring it across the page, I've got one down the the bottom at the right, I added another little wooden butterfly up in that top left corner, along with one of the little gems as well. And this sticker book came in the Kitaholics kit, and it's from Kaisercraft, and I haven't used that many out of it. I've only used a few stickers out of this one, but I used a couple of the circle ones under there as well. So there's lots of circles going on in this layout, which was pretty fun. And then I used a piece of the washi strip down in the bottom corner as well. And then I think I added another word sticker and a sequin I think I put down there as well. Sorry, I did film this ages ago, but I'm only just getting around to doing the voiceover now, so I've kind of forgotten what I'd done. Yeah, so I did put another circle and then a sticker down in that corner, and then I pull out some tiny letter stickers. Well, they're not really tiny. They're kind of on the smaller side. They're not thickers, let's put it that way, to spell out Spring Bloom and call this layout done, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hop along to all the other videos to win our fabulous prize. Thanks for watching. Bye.